Quantum Break is a strange amalgam between a third-person action game and a live-action show. It is a game that will either captivate you with its story-driven narrative or completely turn you away with its long cutscenes. Today we'll be taking a look at the game and discussing why some people love Quantum Break and some people despise it. But before we do, I'd like to inform you that I received a copy of this game from Games Planet in order to make this video possible. If you are interested in playing this game, please visit the referral link in the description below to purchase it at a discount while also helping fund the developers and this channel. Quantum Break is a sci-fi game about time travel, and I think that's probably why it speaks to me so much. Mostly because I just love science, and this game kind of itches that scratch, or scratches that itch for me, as you would. It is also, to some degree, a superhero game. Your character will gain more and more powers as the game goes on, and you can use those powers to basically feel like a giant badass and get through the levels without killing anyone or while killing everybody. That looks like that hurt. A lot of people don't like this game, and I can definitely understand the reason why. Just as you get into the game, or just as you feel like you're getting into the action parts, there will be a choice, and after you make that choice, there will be a 30-minute long cutscene. I think a lot of people feel like that cutscene breaks up the flow of the game. It's like having a very large section where you don't do anything, and then you have to get right back into the action afterwards. So I can definitely absolutely understand that. I did feel that way once or twice, where I would actually stop playing the game right before that choice. And the choice is pretty clear. You'll know when you have to make it. And just because I didn't have time to watch a 30-minute cutscene. And I think it definitely absolutely does cut up the action sequences in this game. That being said, I feel like they did a very good job with the actual live action section of this game. The acting and the plot and premise and just the little things that they did really, really drew you into the live action series. An example of that is every once in a while you can find stuff in the game, and whether or not you find that thing in the game or not, it will appear or not appear in the live action. You can see the direct result of your actions in the game, not only with the story, but with finding collectibles and stuff, actually in the live action sequence. And I think that's a really, really cool concept. I don't believe this is the first game to actually do something like this. I think it's the first one to do it to this degree. So we're gonna get into the actual action here pretty quickly. I started on the second level, so I wouldn't spoil the beginning for you guys, and also because the beginning doesn't have a lot of action or anything either. So here we go. Hey, look, it's a ninja with a gun. All right, now I feel like they did a good job with the gunplay in this game, but having to shoot from behind cover sometimes can feel kind of weird. You actually, see, I'm clicking my gun right now. You actually can't fire unless you lock on with the right mouse bumper, which a lot of times has actually gotten me killed because I'm used to being able to hit fire and do all sorts of stuff, and you can't do that in this game. So now I believe we are at a part before we actually have any powers. I'll show you a little bit later on in the game when we have pretty much all of the powers and we can look at what that looks like. So the other issue that I have with the live action series versus the actual game is that even though they did a very, very good job getting the characters to look realistic and look like the actual actors in the show, it's not perfect. And so after watching the live action series, you will sometimes be like, oh, this doesn't look nearly as good because obviously it's rendered. It's not, real. I'm really bad at aiming. Speaking of things that are real, let's just go ahead. Okay, we're getting shot a lot. This is on normal difficulty. Let's go ahead and grab that. Maybe that'll help us out. I do feel like the enemies in this game are fairly bullet spongy as well. I feel like I'm slightly bullet spongy. I just took about 20 shots to the face and then shot a guy. So there's that as well. I enjoy the architecture in this game. I feel like they did this really cool mix between like this old, like this is, I believe, the library, like this old architecture, and then this brand new modern architecture. I think that's really cool. So, all right, let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm already in here, doofus. Come on, hit the button. Every once in a while, time will freeze, and this is kind of what it will look like. And of course, because we are the superhero in this, we can actually move through the frozen time unhindered. So, but the cool thing about this is they put this really awesome glitch effect in the game. And you'll notice everything's kind of glitching around. That's not the recording software being an idiot. That's actually the game itself. Now, I prefer the assault rifle, so we'll just go ahead and take that. This guy is holding nothing now, but bullets are still coming out. Perfect. Now, there are also collectibles in this game. So you can go through and read up on a lot of other characters and kind of what's going on. A lot of story-based stuff, which I think is really cool as well. So let's go ahead and steal everybody's gun on the way out. There we go. So I really love this effect, this kind of glitch effect. I think they did a great job, and it gets even more intense later on as well. From what I've seen, a lot of the actual reviewers did not enjoy this game. But a lot of the people who are not reviewers really loved it. And I think the reason why is because it doesn't get a lot of stuff perfect, and the reviewers like to latch on to that kind of stuff. However, if you're able to look past that and play the game the way it was kind of meant to be played and turn a blind eye to some of the glaring problems with it, like the action cutscene 30-minute bullshit that it has, even though it's done very well, it does break up the action quite a bit. I love this room, by the way. It's like old school college room. Awesome. So I think that a lot of the actual people who play this for fun will look past that, versus all of the reviewers will latch onto that, and that brings down the score. I think that's why there's a lot of bad reviews for this game, but there's an overwhelmingly positive review on Steam. So I think, yeah, it's got like old lead glass. You see that? That's cool. Like old lead glass. Interesting. Now, at the end of every chapter, of which there's, I believe it's 4 or 5, I think it's 5 chapters. At the end of each chapter, you will be forced to make a decision, and you'll have 2 different decisions. You can either go one way or the other, and before you make that decision, it will show you what will happen and the implications of that And then you can choose to go with that or not. Oh, we better... All right, we have time vision now. This is our first power. So this one here kind of allows you to see through walls. It makes you a wall hacker like on Counter-Strike. So we can go ahead and just kill this guy. There we go. Now, the good thing and the bad thing about this power is you can basically activate it as much as you want. And there's really no reason to not have it on because it only gives you an advantage. I mean, the only weird thing is it makes everything kind of black and white, which makes it a little bit easier to shoot. But that being said, it's kind of weird. And I don't like having to reactivate it because basically when you're running around and there's no action, you basically just spam V. And this is basically all you do. You sit here and you spam V like this so you can find all your collectibles and stuff. It will also allow you to see events that happened in the past. So we'll go ahead and see one of those here. That's your brother leaving earlier. Oh, that guy's a really bad shot. Time spot. Yes. So that's the second power we get. And as we go along, we'll get better powers. We'll be able to actually improve and level up your powers as well. And you'll get basically points by finding collectibles. So we can go ahead and slow this guy down and then shoot at him. I forgot, when you slow time down like that, bullets don't go through. So, and you'll get a power later, spoilers, if you care about that kind of thing, that allows you to put a time shield on yourself so that, you know, bullets won't go through towards you. So, let me shoot this guy. I'm playing on normal difficulty. There's an easy, and there's also a hard difficulty as well. So, if it seems like it's a little bit easy, there's one easier than this. So, let's go ahead and kill this guy. Come on. I don't find it very easy to aim in this game. Maybe it's because I'm used to first-person shooters and not third-person shooters. Also, this guy's taken like 20 bullets to the face. Come on, will you just die already? There, finally. All right, go ahead and move on up here. Obviously, it wants us to use our new powers. We can do this if we want to. And then come up behind because he doesn't know where we're at. Shoot him in the back of the head. And when you kill every enemy in an area, you'll see the last one die in a very dramatic fashion like that. So that's how you know that it's safe to keep going, basically. So let's go ahead and reload all of our stuff. Oh, that's right, it's 3. You can hold up to 3 different guns. Go. And the third one is like a specialized one, like a shotgun or a sniper rifle or something. This is Beth. She's another one of the main characters.
You Jack Joyce. Where is he? Where's my brother?
I feel like the voice acting's done pretty well in this one.
You might still be able to catch them.
I love that door, by the way. That like wrought irony
Why are you helping me?
look in the windows is beautiful.
It's more complicated than... Look, I don't know if you can make it, but you should hurry.
That's the first time you saw Beth Wilder.
Yeah, but definitely not the first time she saw me.
Will.
All right, so now you've seen a little bit of the beginning part of this game. So I'm gonna switch over to, oh, this is cool. This is the next power that we get. Shift is time dodge. So basically you get to be Tracer. And you can also time dodge into people and knock them around if you would like. I'm gonna die. Go. You get your health back pretty soon in this game. Or pretty quickly, I should say. Go ahead and time dodge. Knock him around and then shoot him while he's in the air. You cannot melee. I'm gonna die. There it is. All right, let's go on to one of the later chapters so you can see what that's like. All right, so this is Act 4, Part 4. And you're about to see what one of the decisions looks like, if I remember correctly. This is Paul Serene. He is the head of the evil company that's doing all of this kind of stuff.
There was one left. The casing appears to be broken.
So this is a treatment for his sickness. He's basically ill because he keeps traveling through time. I'm not going to give away too much of it.
I didn't catch that.
This was the last treatment they could find, but it's slightly broken. So he's not sure if it's a betrayal and they're trying to kill him or if it would actually treat him. So you see here, you can pick either to, let's see. Here's the first decision we can make.
You're the same now. And I need your help. I can focus on the mission. The lifeboat. See it through to the end. I still have allies I can trust.
Look, you have to realize you're not going to keep me from getting the CFR.
Last chance to walk away, Joyce.
Liam Burke. He would fight to defend us. To slow Jack down. The plan could still work.
All right, so with that choice, you can take the treatment, hold on to your control, and try and keep going with your plan.
Assured my downfall. And now, I will assure yours.
My world will be renewed. My world will see balance.
Chaos. It's falling apart. They're working against me. They're fighting each other.
You'll need to get to Serene's office. He's got direct access to the CFR. All right?
Joyce fixes the fracture. He fixes the world. They'll go home happy.
Charlie Wincott. Another weakling. A traitor siding with Jack. I can make them suffer. All of them.
So with that choice, you can not take the treatment, succumb to your illness, become a monster, and try and destroy everything. So let's go ahead and do this one. It's the opposite one of the one I did last time.
I'll be right
So.
down. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Not actually quite sure what happens here. And the cool thing is, when you make these choices, there's a very, very clear change to the game. You can definitely see what impact that choice made. It's not like one of those games where there's an illusion to where like, oh, your choices do something, but it doesn't. The choices will actually impact the game in a very, very drastic way. That being said, because at each end of each chapter, it's the same choices, I'm not quite sure if it changes the story too much. I think the same things will always happen, but you get to choose how it happens and who does what, basically. So all right, and the cool thing is also shows you like how many people chose the one that you chose as well. So the first time I got a 29%. And this will bring you into the live action. I'll show you a little bit of it. I don't want to show you too much because of copyright and that kind of stuff.
Joyceville could collapse within 8 hours.
He has the chance to fix it, but he's choosing not to. He's choosing to let things end. And this is where we come in.
So these are all of the characters that we just saw in the game, how they looked in the game versus the actual live action series. So, and like I said, I think they did a very good job with the TV show itself. I feel like they did a very good job with the TV show. I do understand that people have an issue with it changing the pace of the game and having long areas where you're not actually playing. And I absolutely, definitely agree with that. It didn't really affect me too much. I still very much liked the show and everything. But I could see why people have an issue with that. I'm going to stop it here, the actual show. I've been talking over it so I don't get a copyright strike. But this is basically what it looks like. And then... So that was just the intro there. Yeah, we'll watch a little bit so you can kind of see. It's maybe slight spoilers, not quite sure. By the way, I love the Monarch logo. I don't like the company, but the logo is really cool. All right, we're gonna switch back to the actual gameplay now. All right, we're back with Jack Joyce here, and basically everything is falling apart. Time is falling apart, things are happening. This building is now falling apart, but you can control time, and you can move through these stutters. And let's go up here. I saw something. Oh, a gun. Perfect. Excellent. And remember that power from before? Okay, yeah. So these are enemies that can also move through these time stutters as well. You have to be careful with those. Now, the cool thing is you can pop into them like that. You can create your little bubble shield, which will help. And you can just be an altogether little badass if that's what you want to do. And I enjoy that very much. So let's go ahead and knock this guy on his face, shoot him a whole bunch of times, and then throw up a shield. You can see all the powers there on the right. So make that explode. We just made him explode. All the powers on the right, they all have different cooldowns as well. I thought, okay, yep, there's some more. These guys are mostly annoying because they zip around and make it hard to aim on them. So we're gonna do this and shoot him in the head a few times. Oh, reload. Yeah, so this is kind of like what the end game is like. You have a lot more powers. Oh, I forgot you can run super quick and slam into people. Oh no, okay, this is a heavy. Oh, we need to get out of there. Okay, so there's still a guy up there. There he is. Oh, come on. Okay, so he's dead. Grab this SMG. So this up here is a heavy. They're difficult to take out. So if this is the one I'm thinking it is, there's a few different types, but usually they have, yeah, he's got a shield. So usually they have something on their back that allows them to kind of function when time is broken like it is. And so you generally want to aim for that when the shield is down. So let's go ahead and run around him again. Oh, is the shield up or down? Shield is down. The shot. Oh, shield's back up. Grab this shotgun as well. Okay. try using this. We're gonna teleport into him over here and shoot it. There we go. Okay, cool. Now the third gun that you have, like the shotgun in this case, you have limited ammo for. So you can't refill it at refilling stations or whatever. So, and I think that's probably where I'm going to leave this. Now, a lot of people have varied opinions on this game. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people really love it. So I just wanted to give you my opinion. I don't have a lot of time to play through games. I work full time. I have a wife and 2 kids, and I like playing just as a hobby, and then YouTube takes up a lot of that time as well. That being said, I played through and completed this game. I loved playing it so much that I actually took the time to not only watch through all the TV series, but finish the actual game as well. So if that gives you any indication of whether or not I like this game, I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a game that I had fun playing. I really, really liked the story. Oh, this is cool. These people trapped in time, you can like interact with them too. So you can like kind of see or hear the last thing they were talking about before they all got frozen. So yeah, so that's Quantum Break. If you are interested in playing the game, I will leave the link down in the description below. If you want to pick it up from Games Planet at a slight discount, and also help fund this channel a little bit as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.